All right, hello everybody. Welcome to VR Master League here in our, if you're in the Americas maybe, in the West Coast, the final match of Wednesday. Otherwise, for everyone else in the world, I think, welcome to your first match here of Thursday. In the OCE region, we got Blazing Claws, we got Breach and Clear, and for you guys, you've got me, Palidore, joined by PAMWOW on the cast. How's it going?
I'm going very excited because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Today, for the first time in VRML history, we got a 5v4 game.
Oh boy.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's not going to be a 5v4. Not today.
Not today, yeah. Sometimes you get 3v3s, sometimes it's 4v3s, sometimes it's apparently 5v4s. You never know what to expect in these late night games except the unexpected, so it's par for the course. But yeah, good to be here and good to see you guys over there in the chat. See Black Sun Goku, see Sir Dimwee, my good friend Jake, your good friend Jake, our good friend Jake, the real Cookie Fox. Why did I say the real? I don't know. Real Speed, the Cookie Fox, bringing in the cookies and the foxiness. That's nice. And see Zux as well, and I think that about covers it, as well as PAMWOW, but that's way above, and who's that guy anyways?
Yeah, I don't know, some loser that can't even spell loser, but we're going to ignore that I misspelled that word. We're actually going to pay attention to the fact that Blazing Claws and Breach and Clear, two teams that put up a great fight in their previous game, 9-15, going to Breach and Clear. But yeah, regardless, both teams certainly have played well over their previous games and showed a lot of improvement over these previous games. So it'd be great to see these two teams head off once again. And yeah, genuinely excited for this. And great to see you guys in Twitch chat stopping by and saying hi. Appreciate it. And yeah, we're going to be heading into this game soon. And yeah.
Well, yeah, you mentioned it. Breach and Clear definitely on the rise and improving week by week. Same with Blazing Claws for that matter. If you kind of look at the some of the previous matchups here, these two teams played against each other in VRML twice now. First one, now the first one VRML may have been, I'm not sure if it was forfeit or
sure.
what, but
yeah,
I know this was early. This was July 12th, so it's still kind of in the early weeks where we're seeing a lot of people kind of figuring out the whole rules and formats and timings and so on. So I never really know for sure, but nonetheless, you can see in the last match, much closer, 15-9, and just a testament to the progression of both these teams. We always mention in these casts, kind of a week-to-week basis, you're seeing changes and for the better from the metas and from the team chemistry on these teams here.
Yeah, and if there's something we're going to bring up yet again, something that we definitely want to see happening across the board in this game is the controlled regrabs and the speed overall. I feel like that's the one thing that I'm going to keep mentioning until you darn kids get it right. Blazing Claws and Breach and Clear, regrabs and speed, because that's where you need to pick up based off what I saw against Leviathan, the current top team in the OCE. Those two specific fields is definitely what we want to see improving if we want to increase your chances in essentially fighting Leviathan, because I feel like that's essentially what this tournament is starting to become. Who's gonna fight Leviathan and take the crown? But regardless, hopefully we either see one person add to Breach and Clear and have a 5v5 situation, because that would be a great game to see. Haven't seen that one before, or we're just gonna see someone from Blazing Claws drop. But until then, yeah, great game that we've got headed towards us.
Yeah, great game that we've got right now, even just in the warm-ups. These teams just kind of going at each other here, trying to execute. But yeah, it's been fun to watch these matches here, and mentioned Leviathan definitely impressing, and one of the three teams, at least as far as I last checked. I probably should have right before, but unless I missed something the last 4 days that have been mostly absent thanks to bad internet, BTW, not the player, just mine at home. But the undefeated teams we have, for Leviathan, it's here in OCE. We have Team Gravity over in Europe, and we have Team Joker over in the Americas. Each region with their own Titan at the top, dominating so far. It really is a question for each region: can they be stopped?
And Sir Dimwee just left a comment here. He says that to right from Reed Australians fact fun, the offside are the on being of account on left equator. So I don't know what your opinions on that is.
One of two or three things happened. Either I just fell into a black hole. 2, I had a stroke. 3, my internet is just being destroyed again from the inside out. One way or the other, Where am I?
No, we said fun fact: Australians read from right to left on account of B. So I kind of fit the theme when I started speaking from right to left. So I probably should have told you what the message was before going about that, but kind of left you in the dark there. But
No, you just gave me you just gave me a caster's version of the Dusty.
Okay. You gave you a right punch in the face there, did I?
Yep. Punched me in the face, left me behind, and left me for dead. Well, that's okay. I'm going to recover here. But nonetheless, Sir Dimwee saying that was amazing. And Spencer saying it took effort. Well, we are a high-effort organization here, and especially when it comes to the word play, if you can call it that, on the cast. PAMWOW fitting right in on that end.
Yeah, and unless Blazing Claws are looking for like a referee on their side, I'm still waiting for this one player to disconnect. Come on, I want to get this game started. Chop, chop, boys. Chop, chop.
Yeah. Well, I had to make...
Yep, see?
Hey. Oh, they chopped all right.
Yep, all you have to do is order it, and it gets done. That's how it works.
Yep, and looking all good on that. Well, I was going to say, looking at the scoreboard, almost looking good on that end. I don't know about all these pings necessarily, but that's okay. In any case, yeah, all you had to do was ask, apparently. So good stuff. I was before that checking on the channel, making sure the League org channel on Discord, making sure that I didn't put it in the caster's channel by accident again, which I tend to do occasionally when I'm talking and typing at the same time. But I was all good, and these teams I think are all good to go now. So here we go.
Yes, sir. All right, we're going to be heading into this round here. Both teams readying up now, and a 4v4, which is something that we don't get to see quite too often in the OCE regions. But nevertheless, we're going to head into this game, this round now, and let's see who can grab the disc first, and let's see who can utilize their regrabs to the most effective way. And here we go. Both teams heading for the disc. It's going to be Breach and Clear finding the disc in the midsection first, and the disc is going to get slapped right into the bubble of Blazing Claws, but the real Makilla is going to be able to quickly grab that and go for a clear. But Breach and Clear there for the intercept on that. But that's going to be Boo with a nice steal there from off Breach and Clear, and they're going to look for a counter attack here. The regrabs are coming in. Here comes the Hustler off the bottom trench, bounces himself up. It's going for a long shot. Hustler nearly found the grab and the dunk, but it's going to get stolen there by Luigi Logic, and a great save there from Luigi. Got to mention this time and time again. Luigi coming in with the great saves.
Yeah, nothing new there. Just impressive as always. Immediately off the bat, not even the first time. I think even in the last Breach and Clear game that I casted is the same case, where right in the first 30 seconds or so you get a nice grab, maybe right here a drive into the goal, but we'll be diving out all the players trying to find the shot and dinging off the corner.
Great passes coming across the board there from Breach and Clear. That setup was actually really clean, very clean passes. Just wasn't really fast enough there on the top left shoulder, and that's how Blazing Claws were able to quickly apply that pressure and go for the clear. And that's going to result in a little bounce in the trench there, and Boo's going to be able to find it in the end. But Luigi Logic was there for the clear and found the intercept, and he's going to set it up for another potential goal here. Might bounce off and work for the goalie of Blazing Claws, but it's actually going to be the real Makilla who recovers the disc and might go for a clear here into the left tunnel. Oh, it's actually going to go through the mid, and Breach and Clear, let's see if they can regrab in time here. I believe they will be able to.
Yeah, it looks like they'll be there first. Not by a long shot, though. There's an immediate stack just pouncing all over. Getting the disc back, however, and back one more time as someone there is going into full slideshow mode. So this is PowerPoint. Maybe they can get the point. Either way, a little disjointed, but Blazing Claws, well, they're going to be anointed with a goal right in their direction. Breach and Clear, the first two.
Great steal there from Soggy Bunnings, and a lot of back and forth action in both teams' bubbles here. It's great to see, and we're going to head off with the Blazing Claws just advantage here, and let's see if they can set themselves up for a potential response here. And yeah.
All right, so launching out, and here we go. Blazing Claws trying to get on the board themselves as well. But on that note, it's a big punch and an open goal conceded, but not made. Unfortunate turn of events there, as they will get a rebound, but this still allows Blazing Claws the opportunity to get back into the goal at very least. That was hold on. I think whatever happened earlier when you read right to left, it just happened again.
Yeah, a bit of a spell I casted there. I basically permitted Soggy Bunnings to manipulate time and space and grabbed a disc from wherever he wheels it. And where he wheels it was in that time. And regardless, they're going to find another 2 points. And look, I believe Rich and Clear actually had that situation under control in the offensive side, attacking Blazing Claws there. And I think they would have found potentially those 2 points. So regardless, it is a good 2 points coming there from Breach and Clear. Although he could have maybe taken his time a bit more and maybe found those easy 2 points to avoid that bit of magic that we just saw there. Regardless, they found those 2 points. So we're going to head into this the early half of this round. Still 6 minutes 30 on the clock, and Blazing Claw is going to be able to find the clear in their half and possibly look for a response here. It's only 4-0. They can still, this 100% still in this round here. But let's see with this one-on-one situation. That's going to be Hustler finding the steal, but Luigi isn't going to let him take hold of that, and he's going to punch him right back and find the clear through to the right to Soggy Bunnings. Soggy Bunnings is going to set it up to the right here, and he might bounce for another potential goal here. It's going to bounce off the shield. Well, it might find its way to the goal a bit to the left, but here come the regrabs, and that's going to be Soggy Bunnings snags, slamming that disc inside the post there, inside the goal. 2 points going to Breach and Clear, 6-0, and wow, what a play.
Oh, you said it all there. So 6-0, 606 minutes left. Breach and Clear about to roll out.
Yep, that disc bouncing off the shield, bouncing. I was about to say that's going to be one of the slowest and. Oh my, okay, that's going to be another open goal that's been just missed there. A lot of unlucky shots coming in from Breach and Clear, but they've been able to quickly find those discs and find those rebounds and find those extra points back on target here. And as long as they keep having those shots, especially like that, a long shot coming there from Soggy Bunnings. Soggy Bunnings making a lot of points here. 3 points from 25 meters out.
Just another big turnover for us. I mean, 9-0 now, and suddenly much bigger positioning, better positioning, I should say, for Breach and Clear. They're feeling good, feeling strong, looking strong, and all part of the plans here as they continue showing what they've shown a lot in recent weeks.
Yep. A great breach here from Breach and Clear. And a nice shot there that's going to ding off the top post, but Soggy Bunnings was able to quickly find that rebound and quickly find a follow-up with that 2 points. Soggy Bunnings really utilizing these rebounds and just being able to find those points, and these points are going to keep piling and piling. Although they may have seemed small at the beginning, those little 2-pointers and everything, that have certainly built up an 11-point lead here for Breach and Clear. And Blazing Claw is certainly going to be looking for a response here if they want to find themselves at least making a way into round 3 if they want to find this victory in this round. But nevertheless, Breach and Clear going to be able to find that steal off Blazing Claws, but that's going to be the Hustler who wasn't able to release that disc in time, because Breach and Clear were able to quickly grab that one right back off him and go for a potential response here. Here comes Agent Victoria. You're going to set it up towards the right side, but that's going to be, I believe, Soggy Bunnings, who wasn't able to position himself in the right place. But that's going to be the goalkeeper coming away with the long shot 3-pointer. Wow, Luigi Logic is an all-star.
Also, yes, big shot, 14-0 now for Breach and Clear. Big shots.
Yeah, across the board. I'm just gonna say, Breach and Clear, certainly you can see the regrabs coming in here more frequently than their previous games, and that's always great to see. Now let's just see if Blazing Claws. We have been seeing a lot of regrabs coming from Blazing Claws, but it's situations like we just see now. I feel like the disc wasn't in their possession, but they need to quickly be setting up for their regrabs coming back in order to defend discs like what we're seeing now. And Age of Victoria nearly found a response there with the 2-pointer, but it's going to bounce right off the shield there and make its way towards Breach and Clear's side.
And from the deep back line, trying to look for their stacks here, but as is often been the case of Breach and Clear getting there first with those breaches, with those clears. See one going right through the tunnel, Bloomy now coming right out and sending it to the other side to Soggy. Soggy has an eye on the goal, but has an eye on the defender as well. They're just going to catch that disc and meet him halfway instead, so some nice defense there. Diving out was Duck and trying to find the 2-point goal, or 3-point goal, but could not do so. And 14 points now, and Blazing Claws want to get on the board here soon.
And Agent Victoria's positioned right for that little hustle of a clear there, and that's going to be Soggy Bunning.
Whoa.
Sags looking for an overhead shot inside the bubble. 2 points going to breaching clear. Nothing out of the ordinary. Soggy Bunning's going to be hammering these points in, and actually saw a really great play there before breaching clear made the clear into the Blazing Claws section. Luigi Logic making use of his space there and making a great pass past 3 players of Blazing Claws to Agent Victoria in the right tunnel, and it was well played there, especially considering the result that they got from it. Another 2 points going to breaching clear.
Yeah, and had there not been a speed cap on that one shot too, I swear that would have gone 40 meters a second. That was a big shot. But speaking of, will be one for Ducks, getting their 2 points here as the first round does begin to wind down.
Saw a bit of Joker action coming there from Ducks. Not sure if anyone else saw that, if it was just me reading things from right to left there. but yeah, well, it's great to see those 2 points coming back into Blazing Claws.
I'm gonna say a deja vu moment. I saw that just in the stream that I did a few hours back for the Americas, a non-Joker team doing the Joker train. Of course, not copyrighted by any sense, but then again, you know, still, royalty check should be in the mail for Joker on those kind of plays. Always entertaining, if not divisive, depending on who's watching it. But that said, they're trying to go for that decisive shot, maybe too bold as it's taken out by Ducks, who gets a clear.
Showing a lot of awareness there. I'm not sure if that was Luigi Logic. I didn't quite see that at the end, but he showed great awareness. Whoever it was, made a bit of a pace back and pushed himself up past those 3 players. Who nearly found the disco, and that's going to be a slap return there from Blazing Claws, potentially setting up for a return here. But it's going to be breaching clear. A little bit of a hustle there in the bottom section, but that's going to be the Hustler coming out on top, and he's going to potentially set it up for a response here. It's going to bounce right underneath the shield, right underneath the goalpost, and the real McKiller is going to find 2 points inside the bubble. And although we're heading into the last 37 seconds of this round, Blazing Claws certainly have put up a fight in this last few minutes.
Yeah, getting 2 points there, two goals rather in the last about minute and a half, 2 minutes of action. So that's always something you can use for your traction going into the second round, next round, and feeling a little bit better otherwise. So Hustler that is, trying to go for one more play, but 10 seconds left. It's going to be stolen away as Breach and Clear do get one more clear. Now maybe just going to go the opposite way, depending, but taken out here by Ducks. Ducks, as long as gets that out, well, still should be okay. There's one more sling, but 16-4 and Breach and Clear doing some good work here in the first round overall.
A lot of good work coming in this first round. We can definitely say that something we could definitely take apart here is that Breach and Clear, wow, great performance overall. Like, they're passing, they're re-grabbing, it's all in check, and yeah, Blazing Claws, I feel like they have the momentum. They're making the right plays sometimes, but it's just comes down to a matter of speed and quickly re-grabbing back. Like, we see a lot of times it was just Blazing Claws would go for an attack and Breach and Clear were able to like resist it and find a counter attack, but it's just the act of Blazing Claws needing to quickly regroup and find their way, head back to the goals, because we saw a lot of open goals coming to Breach and Clear, meaning that Blazing Claws weren't able to have any members in the defense ready because Breach and Clear were just able to find those regrabs in time. So it'll be interesting to see if Blazing Claws can change up their gameplay in this second round and adapt to Breach and Clear's style of counterattacking. And yeah, great game though in the first round.
Yeah, absolutely. It will be second round up to Blazing Claws here to try and address some of those issues, which is to say just Breach and Clear being an issue in themselves, being an absolute pest. They're flying back and forth, like you said, true to their name, all across the floor, doing some just great job staying collected and finding that speed, but also on most occasions not making a mistake of overshooting or things like that, just being pretty calm, pretty collected in between, you know, these back and forth jousts and finding themselves recipients of some nice goals off of that.
Yep, exactly right. And we're going to head into this second round here. Breach and Clear leading Blazing Claws by a single round, and Blazing Claws certainly going to be looking for a response in this second round if they want to take this to round 3, and that might just be the response that we're looking for here. Here comes Blazing Claws heading their way in, but that's going to be Bloomy Shots. He's going to, I believe that's, this is actually Bloomy Shots, one of his first few games for Breach and Clear, so it's always great to see. And here comes Hustler with a response from that clear. Hustler able to collect that clear right from Breach and Clear and find those 2 points inside the bubble. And hey, a turnaround, perhaps?
I think so. I'm still... Now, my angle is a little strange on that. Was that one of those strange, well, you know, reverse plays, right to left plays that we just saw again? Because
No, don't you what talking about?
I hurt. Anyway, over here it's being taken back and slung through the tunnel, and on the return it will be first there. Blazing Claws, a little bit of an overshoot, but not too bad. They collect the disc eventually, send that clear, and yeah, a better start so far.
Yeah, and I feel like Blazing Claws were able to position themselves to find those a little bit wacky clears coming from breaching clear, and especially with plays like that, Boo 3-3, gotta find the 3 points outside the bubble, and it's gonna be starting this round 5-0 for Blazing Claws, and whatever they've done, whatever the talk was that between those 2 rounds that we've just seen now, it's certainly paid off. 5-0 here for Blazing Claws.
Quite the turnaround, exactly. How helpful is those round intermissions? Well, you can see it here. You can see it in a lot of teams playing in recent weeks where all you need is a reset on the clock. You can click the reset button in your head, your mental game, and just start executing it a lot differently in the second round, as we are seeing here. Now, breach and clear. They're going to see the goal, wide and clear, for the first 2 points. About 2 minutes into this round for them.
Great play from Soggy Bunnings there. Time the throw right into the top post there, and we can actually see that Breach and Clear found their regrabs, but Blazing Claws were ready for that one time that we've seen throughout this game. They never used to have someone in the goals there. Like, it was occasionally it would be an open goal, and yeah, they were ready for that time, and they were able to apply pressure, although it didn't quite matter in the end because Soggy Bunnings was able to find those 2 points. It's certainly showing that they do have room for potential and room for improving, and if the points don't show it, that certainly does. And we're going to be having a bit of a cluster here in the midsection.
Yeah, getting stunned in the midsection and the head everywhere, just these punches flying through. Dux was doing a good job on some of those brawls to kind of enable his teammates to eventually collect it, but unfortunately for them, Agent Victoria for Breach and Clear will eventually be the beneficiary of that to bring it back to a 1-point deficit now, and Breach and Clear starting to get the blood flowing again.
Yep, certainly not looking to let go of this round just yet. They want to take this game home, and yep, still 6 minutes 50 left on the clock. Certainly anybody's game. It's only a 1-point lead here by Blazing Claws, but if Blazing Claws can keep applying this pressure that we've seen in the first few minutes, they can certainly take away this 1 point. And that shot coming from across the field nearly found its way and digged off, and it's going to bounce right back off the board after another rebound shot. And here comes Boo setting up to the right, didn't quite find another Breach and Clear member. That's going to be Hustler though, bringing it all the way inside to the goals. 2 points. Wow, we nearly saw, like, what was that, a 50-meter shot? What was that?
Yeah, one of those long clears that just takes the right kind of bounce. Always hold my breath these days. Normally if I'm camming or doing commentary and I see those long clears, in the back of my head I'm very aware now. I gotta look at that mini-map and make sure that disc isn't going near the goal, because people, whether on purpose or just a matter of the luck of the draw, they've been getting these shots, just like that one from Hustler in the right spot. Defense taken off guard. Blazing Claws, what a turnaround round.
Blazing Claws, like, come on. I said adapt in the first round, but I didn't mean completely destroy any of your problems that you were having in the first round. Like, adapt and keep it close. We want to see a close game here. Breach and Clear will look to keep this game very close here as they come for a response into the right section here, and that's going to be some regrabs coming in, but Duck Z was there waiting for it, went for a little bit of a dusty action there, but Agent Victoria was able to steal it right back off him and find those that slam dunk response. 2 points coming to Breach and Clear. Agent Victoria responding yet again, doesn't want to let go of this round and doesn't want to let go of this game.
Well, yeah, that player there unfortunately didn't let go of the disc. One kind of took a awkward, kind of those second grabs where you try and release it, sticks to your hand, goes in a weird place, and then you just gotta kind of shake your head and move on to the next play when those things happen. Blazing Claws here, definitely a comeback round still. I mean, the problem is the clock is actually their worst enemy, because they've been doing very well these first 5-6 minutes now, but it's kind of the worst enemy because now there's still so much left to burn, and you know, a 4-point is kind of a precarious total. Trying to make it more, though, and a 3 at that. Wow, from Real McKiller.
What a change we're seeing here in this second round. Certainly did not expect like this much of a drastic change, but Blazing Claws certainly giving Breach and Clear their money's worth, and they are definitely hustling here in this second round, and we're going to be heading with the just advantage of Breach and Clear. Bloomy Shot's going to be going for a pass into the midsection, setting up for a potential 2 points here for Breach and Clear, but that's going to be Doug Z yet again, who gets dusted by Soggy Bunnings, and Soggy Bunnings is going to find the slam dunk there. 2 points going back to Breach and Clear. Back and forth action here in the later half of this round, and wow, a lot of back and forth action.
Yeah, absolutely. So right back at him, Soggy Bunnings, again with the stuns, the steals, the deliveries into the goal. Very common theme. You talk about the common themes that these players are building up on these streams, and that's just another one of them. Playing some great just midline aggression, trying to take that disc back over. That said, going over for a steal grab here, more stuns and just tough angles on the finishes as it gets slapped back towards the midfield, where there is an awaiting Blazing Claws player, looking like they'll be able to get that with a couple seconds here.
It's great to see these regrabs coming in from both teams now, and there's a lot more exciting action, compact gameplay. We see a bit of a dubstep action there, but never mind. I don't think it's impacted that much, besides Breach and Clear finding a slap inside shot there from Agent Victoria. 2 points, 10-13, and now the only thing that's separating them is a 3-pointer, and certainly Blazing Claws, they have put the pressure on in this second round, but Breach and Clear holding on there, and certainly do not want to let go of this second round.
Yeah, absolutely. So see if they can find another point here. Every point in these last couple minutes, 2.5 of round 2, are going to be pretty crucial. At the moment, a big shield, nice there from Hustler. So this might get them the opportunity at the one-on-one at goal, but unfortunately the pass slightly off. They'll still get a rebound here as Ducks contest Luigi in the goal, but they're still going to lose it out to Soggy, but then right back again to McKiller, who tries to give it back to the bubble area. Now bubble being left, and the goal open, and now maybe the case closed. I mean, that is still time, but that is a big shot here as we approach the 2-minute mark.
Wow, a lot of back and forth gameplay there, a lot of steals, a lot of clears and a lot of actual passes that I feel like could have been, if more on point, possibly leading to more easier goals. But regardless, we're going to head into Breach and Clear's advantage here with the joust, and they're going to go for a pass to the right tunnel here. Here comes Bloom Shot, setting it up to the bottom. Great pass there to Soggy Bunnings. Soggy Bunnings going for an outside shot, but Doug Z was there for the save and found the clear right into the middle, but Luigi Logic there for the rebound. Finds a pass inside the bubble. They've got 2 players, and they've got Agent Victoria with the 2 points. And with 1 minute 35 seconds left on the clock, with still a close game, a lot of back and forth action. I can't believe the game that I'm watching. Completely different game from the first round here.
16-4 in round 1 for Breach and Clear. Now 16-12 favoring Blazing Claws. Definitely a huge turnaround. You talk about adaptability, talk about adapt and perish. Well, Blazing Claws, they're showing they're non-perishable. They're fresh. They're looking good here in round 2. They're getting the disc back here in round 2, as it does go back anyway off another interesting dubsteppy play. That's going to be damaging perhaps here, but maybe undoing it now with one grab and just crossing your fingers it doesn't appear somewhere else.
Just like my reading, that disc went from right back to the left there, and that's going to be a disc. Oh, a long shot with the disc there, but Breach and Clear able to quickly find the rebound there and look for a play, but it's going to get intercepted slightly there by Blazing Claws, who are coming in blazing, but Soggy Bunnings able to find that slap response and go for a potential play here. The re-grabs were there, and here comes, I believe it's going to be both players fighting for the disc here. It was going to be Bloomy there, but a bit of a slap there for the disc from both teams, and that's going to be Boo in the end, finding the disc, finding the steal, and finding the clear eventually. And with 18 seconds left on the clock, Breach and Clear, I believe this second round's going to be going to Blazing Claws. And yeah, as we said earlier, quite an interesting turnaround in this second round. Soggy Bunnings didn't quite find the final shot of the round there, but regardless, might find the rebound here off the back wall. Didn't quite find it, but still wouldn't have made a difference because Blazing Claws were able to find those 4-point lead in the later half of this second round here, and we're going to be going to round 3. What an exciting match!
A lot of impressive things being shown. Absolutely. Like I said, keeping it fresh. That was a full-on reset between round 1 and 2. It's just, I don't know whether it was a case of purely just adjustments in terms of game plan, or just more so, you know, that mental refresh where it's like, okay, we're warmed up now, we're physically engaged into the game, and now in round 2 we just have to execute more mechanically and more, you know, according to what we wanted to do, and definitely fully warmed up. I mean, they were absolutely all over it. To go from 4 points, and again in round 1, mentioned how in those last 2 minutes, that's when their first 2 goals for Blazing Claws came in round 1, was right towards the end, the last minute or two. Said, hey, those are the kind of things that can build you traction. Well, yeah, it bought them traction, and now they just completely went off the rails for 16 points to match the total of Reach and Clear in round 1. That is just an impressive flip-flop.
Yeah, and the flip-flop it definitely was, and it's going to be exciting to see if Blazing Claws can maintain this momentum that they've gathered in this second round, and take it to this third round here, potentially find themselves a win. But hey, an overtime would certainly be exciting to watch here as well. And Breach and Clear definitely not going to let go of this current situation that they're in. They've got a 1 round to 1 round here, Blazing Claws and Breach and Clear, and that's going to be Breach and Clear fighting the disc in the middle, and Blazing Claws fighting the return.
All right, well, bouncing into the bubble, it's going to be very close to the goal. You see what I mean? Just all these bounces sometimes make you nervous. That said, throwing it into about 3 different orange players, that would make you nervous if you're Breach and Clear. They're going to get the disc back here for Blazing Claws now with an attempt, but will be lost off a bit of a strong pass, so a lot of stuns going through as some nice leeches, and now it's Blazing Claws looking like they're going to be first to the disc, but the overshoot always going to hurt. There's a spin, and there's the shot. Bloomy shot, that is to say, and it's 2 for Breach and Clear.
Bloomy shots. That was a beautiful shot. Great. He went for a little great back spin there, 360 off the floor. Found the inside shot there, and the regrabs coming in from Breach and Clear. Exactly what I was mentioning before this game actually began. Exactly what we wanted to see, and both teams certainly have improved a great amount compared to their previous games, and it's great to see around the board. And here comes Blazing Claws now, looking for the disc, looking for a potential setup, playing over the wall there. The disc is bouncing a bit off of it, but the Real Killer is going to be able to find it in the end. And Duck Z off the left wall, going for a shot, going for a pass. It's going to rebound, and that's going to be an undershot. The Hustler nearly found it, but it's going to ding at the bottom. And that's going to be the Real Killer with another rebound, but that's going to be Soggy Bunnings in the defensive side, finding a clear through the right tunnel.
All right, well, now it's another just game of boost. You see these stacks preparing in the back line, but again, it's Blazing Claws there in a hurry. But getting into the goal at the very least. Now, that's going to be a slightly astray pass as the brawls do unfold. And 3-4 players all getting back now for Blazing Claws. And that's going to be kind of a rough bounce into the midfield, where now it's kind of turning to a 50-50. And back to Breach and Clear here as they try and dish off a pass to the side.
Do you remember at the start of this game when I said hurry up and start the game, chop chop, and then it just happened? I feel like at the end of the first round when I said, hey, you guys need to quickly regrab and get back to your defense, Blazing Claws, come on, chop chop. I feel like that's exactly what's just happened again, and I feel like, hey, let's just try it one more time. Hey, Breach and Clear, find a quick 2-point here, chop chop, and let's just see if this happens in the next 30 seconds, because hey, the magic might be real. We've seen it with the discs teleporting, we've seen it with the right to left reading. Maybe we could see it with the follow-up 2 points here, and the disc is going to be hovering in the Blazing Claws section to possibly reaffirm my theory, but that's going to be Dark Z going for the clear, but Bloomy was able to find the intercept, setting it up for Agent Victoria, who didn't quite find it in time, and Blazing Claws going to be able to find the clear, and Luigi Logic there waiting for it, and goes for the pass to Soggy Bunnings. See,
where you went wrong was just acknowledging the anti-jinx. Right now just going for a 2-point shot. Bloomy shots once again. That's back-to-back, assisted by Agent Victoria quite nicely. Have Palidore win the lottery. Chop chop.
I'll never acknowledge the anti-jinx, because then I'll be proving myself wrong, and I'm never wrong. It's never a thing. I'm never wrong. So we're going to be heading into this round, and don't tell me otherwise, because that's going to be Duck Z with no, that's going to be Duck Z grabbing the disc there, avoided the regrabs coming from Breach and Clear, who are going to be finding themselves quickly scurrying to the defense section there. That's going to be Soggy Bunnings grabbing the disc, going for a clear through the left tunnel. It's not going to be going to anyone in particular, and the regrabs certainly aren't going to be there in time. Therefore, Blazing Claw is going to be able to find this disc with ease. Duck Z 30 finding the pass, but went straight to Soggy Bunnings, who's going to find a return here. The shot didn't quite find its target, but the rebound certainly did. Soggy Bunnings yet again went for a pass back and a wise pass back there. We don't see many of those in a game, in a lot of high action-packed games like these. A lot of movement coming around here across the board, and yeah, because we see a lot of shots happening on target, and like no one tends to like slow the game down, and especially when you have a point lead. Slowing the game down is something that you can utilize to your advantage, and I feel like that's exactly what Breach and Clear attempted to do there, but the pressure came in from Blazing Claws, who were able to return with an attack into Breach and Clear, who eventually find the clear yet again into Blazing Claws' side.
But as you can see, Blazing Claws still doing a good job too to get back here quickly. Kind of a turnaround from what we saw in round one. Really getting to the disc first on a lot of these occasions. That said, throwing it on a lot of these occasions right back to Breach and Clear. So, well, never fear. It's Soggy Bunting Snags knowing how to get it done end to end. And once more, another steal, another pick off by Soggy, whether it's off of stuns or just interceptions. Soggy Buntings gets that disc one way or the other, and then making the shot for their 6th point.
Bloomy found a great pass up there to Soggy Bunnings, who gave him a bit of a dusty there and a quick 2-pointer, yeah, and a quick 2-pointer goal there. And we're getting into the later half of this round here, and a 6-0 lead. Ooh. I feel like and we're going to ignore that for a second there, because I feel like this might be a bit of a counterplay here. Here comes Blazing Claws, who find the 2-point response to Breach and Clear. Just as I was going to say, hey, what's going on? We went from Blazing Claws completely switching on in the second round to completely nothing. But yeah, that's just proved me wrong here. The anti-jigs, as you said earlier, Duck Z finding those 2 points, and we're going to be heading into a just advantage for Breach and Clear now. Well,
see, I mean, if it can go for one team that way, where it's, you know, kind of Jekyll and Hyde from round to round, it can happen to the other. That's the rhythm of sports and of Echo Arena. We're seeing it here a bit. That said, Blazing Claws is doing a good job to get that score because they needed it. If they can do it again here, that makes it a supremely interesting game. But look at the stack right through that, just knocking that disc loose, and unfortunately no one here at this end of the floor to receive. So there's Bloomy. It's just going to send it to the midfield, and now it's right back into the orange side.
Beautiful regrabs came in there from Breach and Clear, and it's exactly what we're talking about when we say speed is key, because I feel like there was a bit of a mess with those passes there coming from Blazing Claws in the attack side. I feel like if they were able to utilize those passes at a more quicker pace, they would be able to find more points that they can. A bit of a 360 stunning shielding action going in there for Breach and Clear, and a long shot going to be dinging off, but that's going to be the rebounds, and Soggy Bunnings not letting go of that potential point. He's going to find 2 points going to Breach and Clear, and now a 6-point lead.
I'm just staring a hole at what Dimwee typed earlier right now.
What is?
Man.
Wait, let me see.
I can't. That's the name. I don't know if you've seen. That's the name of a player on Great Apes, I believe. Which is still yet. Now I've tried practicing that name. I still can't do it. Man, is it difficult. Nonetheless, taking it over here, having a difficult time breaking through this just front line, this defense, and at the moment, I mean, 245. Blazing Claws, I do need another one of those scores in a pretty timely manner. Not to take from you, but chop.
So, Dimwee, look, I don't want you mentioning that name in my chat ever again, because you're making me sick. I've seen that name twice, and I've spent solid minutes trying to figure out how to quickly pronounce that one. Just in case, you never know, I had to cast him in any of my games. But regardless, a great shot coming there from Breach and Clear, just going to ding off the bottom of that post. But Luigi Logic going to find it in the end in the defense section and possibly look for another play here. The Agent Victoria certainly making her way into the offensive side here, and a great slap there coming from Blazing Claws. Great defensive slap, but Bloomy shots taking his time here, setting up for his team, and that's going to be Soggy Bunnings finding that pass from Bloomy. Great cooperation there from those two members. Breach and Clear, 8-point lead.
Yeah, see what I mean? One way or the other, Soggy Bunnings will find that disc, and he will score off of it. Doing the work, 10 points now to 2. Of course, the assist just as important as anything, recognizing where your players are and feeding those hot hands. And definitely Soggy Bunnings, a hot hand here in this third round, doing some important, making some important plays happen for them. And with 90 seconds and less than that, in fact, remaining, as well as possession of the disc, it's looking like Breach and Clear did indeed clear their minds, clear the air, and they're going to go here for one more shot that just bounced off and back to the hands of Blazing Claws.
Yep. Easily said easily recognize that Breach and Clear certainly have improved regarding their previous games, and these regrabs coming in are just perfect. Although the shots aren't going to make themselves 100% of the time, they're certainly being able to utilize their regrabs to find multiple shots on target, and steals coming right back there from Blazing Claws.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
You're gonna. Why did I just? Never mind. I captured that on instant replay. I probably shouldn't have. Anyways, I don't think. I know. I'm sure you didn't catch it. Ducks caught that. I'm so tempted to read. Never mind. I'm not gonna play it back. But anyways, oh, okay.
Don't clip it. Delete the VOD.
Oh, look, it's one of those things where I don't endorse it, but the timing of it is just kind of
the timing.
The comedic timing was brilliant.
Yep, and the timing is certainly not looking fortunate for Blazing Claws here with 10 seconds left. They might be able to find one quick point here, but it's not going to be enough with Breach and Clear taking this final round 10-7, and that's going to be a 2-1 victory for Breach and Clear. A very close game in general, with Breach and Clear heavily dominating the first round, then a swap back to Blazing Claws taking the lead in the second round. Completely unexpected, and a very close round. This final round, 7-10, and a very great game overall.
See, look, we came into this one talking right before the game started about the improvements in these teams week to week. It's tangible. You can see it. It reads in the eye test. It reads on the stat sheets when you look at it, and it applied to this game. They went once more from, these got 2-round victories in the past, or losses, that is, for Blazing Claws. You had Breach and Clear as well. You can see them making those improvements. I mean, taking it to a third round, having it be close in the second and third round like that. Now, granted, in the third, it was, Breach and Clear was pretty much in control until that last minute, and had those 2 goals. But nonetheless, that is a very good differential. If you look at just the improvement based on, now compared to the last games, you'll gladly take that for Blazing Claws, showing some great things. But Breach and Clear also just continuing to kind of build up some steam, and as a result, inching their way here in the last few weeks, maybe to even up their record a bit more. I mean, they'll go to 6-9 with this, so they're just a couple more strong efforts like this away from really ending the season on a very nice note.
Nice note indeed, and I feel like I focused a lot on things. I've actually not focused. I've just been casting over quite a few Breach and Clear games. That's why I've been able to notice a few things that can be improved on. But if we're going to go on the other hand here to Blazing Claws, something that I can definitely note from this game is that when you're going against a team like Breach and Clear, who have been improving their regrabs, not to say that your own regrabs need to be up to that standard, but if you want to be able to combat this, you need to be on your toes. You need to be speedy with those passes. You need to be accurate with those passes, and utilize the time that you have before Breach and Clear are able to find their regrabs back into the defense zone, because a lot of opportunities there that could have been utilized there by Blazing Claws.
Well,
but regardless, both teams certainly did play well.
To that point real quick too, because I did notice on several occasions you talk about the small things that do make a difference on a round-to-round basis, and the whole flow of a round and how teams are feeling. For Blazing Claws, mentioned it, more and more into the later parts of the game and the second round beyond, you saw them getting very nicely back to those stacks and getting to the disc first. But there were several occasions too where they'd get there first in either a slight overshoot, or they would kind of throw it back into an intercept at the midfield somewhere. So it's those kind of things where they adjusted very well for one issue in terms of finding some more speed and things like that, but then it was just a matter of making sure that the clears were proper, or like you said, maybe looking for just more ways kind of around the mobility and maneuverability of Breach and Clear, because they were just in the right place a lot of the times to get that disc back, and it usually turned into a goal, especially there in the latter parts of the second round, and then in the third round there were a couple of goals that really made the difference, especially when you look at that 3-point differential on the end score. So if just a couple of those clears had gone differently, could be a very, very different result just the same.
Yep, couldn't agree more. And just taking a look at the stats here, both teams definitely showing how every contribution matters. Agent Victoria, 8 points, 1 assist, 1 save, and 27 stuns. Bloomy Shots, 4 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, 27 stuns. And Soggy Bunning Snags with 23 points, found a lot of great points there, and with 1 save and 45 stuns. And Luigi Logic with 3 points, 2 assists, 1 save, 1 steal, and 17 stuns. And then meanwhile, Blazing Claws, Boo, 333 with 9 points.
No, I thought
coincidentally, 333
I
is
thought you were
9
getting
points.
rude there. Blazing Claws, boo.
And Blazing Claws, boo. Nah, 333, and coincidentally, you add up those 3 numbers together, and you get the 9 points that he's scored, and 2 assists, 5 saves, 4 steals, 27 stuns. The Hustler, 200 with 7 points, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 29 stuns. The Real McKiller found 5 killing points, 4 assists, 3 saves, 49 stuns. And Duck Z30 with 6 points, 4 saves, 1 steal, and 28 stuns. Great game.
Yeah, absolutely. 3-round series. You called it in the second, and well, there you go. You got the anti-jinx. So for whatever I bring to the table in terms of jinx ability, you're a very good neutralizer, if nothing else. So I'll keep that in mind for future casts. Give me some more leeway to say what I want as long as you're there to undo it. It's great.
Quickly. Bring in PAMWOW. Chop, chop.
Chop, chop. Exactly. Well, on that note, actually not terrible segue, not related at all. But I want to thank our sponsors over there in VR Cover, Pro2 VR, Rebuff Reality, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net. Appreciate all of them. Of course, our great league moderators as well. Wit, Nada, Gilligan, Sneaky Evil, Princess, Alakos, Daniel McFabulous, Echo Zero, all of you guys doing great work as always. And to our casting crew, whether it was PAMWOW here for this match, or we had Nightfire and Sir Dimwee earlier on in the day as well. Everyone doing some great work and just finishing out strong on these games from both the team end and the casting end going into the last couple weeks of this regular season. So thank you for joining and all that good stuff. Any more things you want to add to that PAMWOW? Hopefully nothing right to left, but if you have a... Yeah.
You thank everyone stopping. No, we're not going to do that. Just thank you everyone for stopping by. Thank you everyone in the Twitch chat. Great to talk to you all. Great to read those comments. It was a great game to cast over. Glad I could have done it here with Palidore, your pal. And that's me signing off, I guess. PAMWOW.
All right. Well, yeah, what he said. Thanks to everyone there. Be happy, healthy, safe, and good to each other. We'll see you again very, very soon. Good night. Or good day. Not going to finish that. Later.
Later.